It is recording. It is recording. I think we're good to go. All right, so we have our Monday night Rock Your Life call, and I'd like to welcome you all. JoJo's on an aeroplane, and because she's on an aeroplane, it's a bit noisy, so I get to host. And I hope that you guys come away with this with some gems, because I'm hoping that we all have some things to add in. And the topic of conversation for tonight is going to be 5 ways to improve posture and to build your confidence as a network marketer. Okay? So again, I want this to be a dialogue, a mastermind, because how many people, show of hands, have read the book Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill? Uno, dos. Jojo, you have read that book, haven't you? Think and Grow Rich? I think Jojo's frozen. She's in the air. So Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill, he talks about a third brain that is formed when 2 or more people get together and they talk about a particular topic. So, and you guys can kind of relate to this, where when you're engaging with someone, chatting about Isagenix, and all of a sudden they get fired up, they get super excited. And now you guys are going back and forth, and the energy is just increasing. You can feel it, correct? Right? Nod your heads if you hear that. Like, you can feel that energy and you're just totally excited, and it's going back and forth. So the mastermind that I want to create tonight is just on this topic. I mean, I think we all could improve our confidence, could improve our posture when it comes to being a network marketer. And it's about a few simple things to get there. Now, I want to backstep a little bit. We usually start our call with celebrations. I'd like to start with celebrations. Who out there has something that they celebrated in this past week? Please share. Miss Anna is it Anna/Jojo, or is it Anna?
Anna/Jojo.
Anna/Jojo.
So it is a win. But so Jojo came out to spend some time with me this past weekend, and for anybody who has ever done that, she's on the call, but that was a tad bit nerve-wracking to have her, right? Because she's JoJo, so she's here and she's in my house, and we're going at it. So on Friday night, it was a total bust. Nobody showed. What a great way to start it off. But then on Saturday, we had 5 people, 4 of whom I've never met before. I used Meetup to do that, and we had one person. You're always going to have somebody who's challenging, but that's okay. She was able to mitigate it very well. And then on Sunday, we had 3 people who showed up, 1 who signed up right away, and then somebody else who's going to sign up. And the one who signed up is actually from Colombia. So she is very excited about bringing it to all of her family in Colombia. So why do I say that? Not because I had somebody sign up, but it is absolutely, I'm going to say this, fucking amazing that you can call your upline and say, hey, I have this event going on. Will you come out and support me? And she's like, yeah, absolutely. Put it in her calendar. She's like, I'll book my ticket, no worries. So that's JoJo. So that's JoJo for you. I don't know anybody else who would do that. I would hope that other, upline millionaires would do that for their team. But, I'm like, 5,000 generations down from her, but she did it because, 1, I assume she believes in me, not if you agree. But 2, that's what she does. Like, she is an immense supporter of all of our dreams, because that's what she wants to happen. So that's my win. My win is for JoJo. So
it's awesome. I'm sure you guys had several masterminds while she was down there.
Yeah, it was good times.
It's good energy, man. Awesome. Carmela, sorry, I didn't say hi. How are you?
I'm well, thank you. How are you?
Fantastic. Who else has a celebration from this past week?
I do.
Yeah, Pam.
One of my customers just became a consultant. Darlene
Nice.
Provo, and that bumped me up to manager. So we are both
Nice.
waiting.
Excellent. How's that feel?
Yeah, so we're rocking this out. Feels awesome.
That's great.
Yeah.
Leading the pack.
Yeah, leaders, I'm trying to go first, so that's why I'm on the call, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Mhm.
You pull a gem or two from every single call that you're on, even if you've heard the stuff before. Cool.
Yeah.
Jojo, that's an awesome view, man. You're up in the air. This is unbelievable. Jojo's in an airplane and we're having a one-on-one like chit chat with her. It's crazy. Anyone else? Successes, celebrations. Thank you, Pam. Thank you, Anna. I'll share one if you guys don't mind. Would that be all right with you?
Yeah.
Well, I happened upon LinkedIn a couple of weeks ago. I hit the connect button on a physical therapy practice owner in the UK. And we got on a call tonight. It's actually a Zoom call, similar to this. And it was fantastic. Had a great conversation. Have a follow-up for Wednesday. LinkedIn works.
Is that supposed to be British? Because Irish is in there somewhere.
There's Irish, British,
Some
Australian,
Irish
all of it.
something. You should.
Little Italian too.
I was
But-
gonna say the same thing, Nicholas, but I was like, yeah.
But my dog's even whining. He's whining because he hates my accents. So in all seriousness, LinkedIn, guys, get on there, hit the connect button with people that the dude had this really cool picture. And I hit the connect button because he had a cool picture. It was like, he had good energy coming off this picture. So get on there, hit the connect button. People are going to respond to you. And then get on a call or get on a Zoom as soon as you can, even if it's outside of your comfort zone. Because the sooner that you get on a Zoom or get on a phone call, the sooner they're going to feel your energy and you're going to figure out whether or not you guys are jiving or not. And then another quick one. I was at a course, and this is all leading up to our topic tonight, so it's all relevant. I'm not going off on a tangent, even though I often can go on a tangent. I'm leaving the building where I was at a course this weekend, and I go to the guy, the security guard at the attendant booth. I say, are there any of the tickets, is there parking validated? He's like, no, they don't validate any parking. So I'm like, all right, thank you. And I leave and I start walking down the sidewalk to my car, and I got this wave, this punch of energy to go back there. So I go back, I walk through the door, I go back to the same guy. I'm like, you know what? If you know of anyone who legitimately wants to improve their health, here's my card. Have them contact me. He opened up quicker than anyone I've ever seen open up before. He says, oh man, I've been looking to do something. Man, my girlfriend and I were looking to drop weight. I was at so many pounds and I'm looking to drop 100 pounds. Man, I'm so excited. Got on a call with him and Josh yesterday. Subsequent call is coming up today. The guy's looking at a couple packs. So the point I'm making is that I wouldn't have done this a couple of years ago. And it takes building your confidence and improving your posture to get to that point where you just go in and share this thing with anyone and everything, anyone and anyone, right? So how many people have had that type of experience where they're just in a flow? They're just sharing something with someone. There's absolutely no emotional attachment to what the person's response is going to be, and they're just having fun. How many people? Show of hands. Yeah, because that's what this is supposed to be, really, because and it's been said that 7-year-olds can become phenomenal network marketers because they just share. They just share because they enjoy communicating with people and they enjoy sharing stuff. So if we go out there and we have the confidence and we have the posture and we can share just on a whim, man, your business is going to grow like wildfire. So here's 5 quick points to improving your posture and building confidence as a network marketer. The first, and I'm shooting for about a half hour here tonight, guys, so we'll make it probably a little bit of a shorter one than usual. The first one is to learn. And a couple of bullet points I have here are to learn from the experts, study them. All right. If you know someone who's just crushing the business, study them, be there in person, be in a coffee shop and just observing how they're communicating with people, or bring them out for a coffee. Three-way calls, getting on three-way calls, hearing how people communicate on a three-way call. How do they talk? How do they ask questions? How do they cake people? Live dials, right? You can be just listening in on a call when they're calling up a random person, right? Doing a cold call. One-on-one meetings. So sitting down with individuals and just being there, being present, being in the person's presence to notice, what's their energy? What are they wearing? What's the overall feel of the conversation? Call a leader. Call a leader up and ask them, what is your quote unquote trick to posture and to building confidence? How did you get to the point where you're super confident now? Can you guys hang 1 second? My dog's getting into something. All right. Sorry about that. I'm home alone and the dog's going bonkers. So that's the first one. You want to learn. So learn from the experts, study them, three-way calls, live dials, one-on-one meetings, call a leader. Number 2 is, we hear this over and over again, attend events. Super Saturday is occurring July 29th in, I forgot the exact spot, but July 29th in the Northeast. And there will be Super Saturdays occurring all over the country. Celebration obviously coming up in August. Everyone, that should be a non-negotiable. Should be getting to Celebration because a lot happens there. And it's not just in the actual event, in the actual forum. You're going to be meeting with people, greeting with people. You're going to be brainstorming, mastermind like we talked about before. Celebration is essential if you're looking to grow this business. If you're even the slightest bit interested in growing this business, you got to get to Celebration. House parties, Wellness Wednesdays, right? Get to those events. Surround yourself with people who are passionate about this because that energy forms and it just grows. Number 3. So number 2 is attend events, Super Saturdays, Celebration, house parties, Wellness Wednesdays. Number 3, meet new people. And by meet new people, you can meet new people on LinkedIn. You can meet new people on Facebook. You can meet new people in groups on LinkedIn and Facebook. Instagram, Instagram is the wave, I guess. So everyone's on Instagram now. I don't know how, I'm really not, to be honest with you, not certain how that works other than making videos. But point being, if you're connecting with people on LinkedIn and Facebook or any social media platform for that matter, still attempt to get on the phone as quickly as possible. Get on the phone or get on a Zoom call as quickly as possible so that they can feel your energy. They can't feel your energy on a text or Facebook thread or LinkedIn thread. So meet new people on social media, meetups. Everyone's familiar with meetups by this point. If you're not, who's not familiar with meetups? Because I don't want to assume anything. Okay, so we're pretty good on meetups. Networking events, any networking event you can get to. You can also meet people at the grocery store, restaurant, and when you're walking out of a conference, anyone. There's so many people out there that we can meet to just make a friend. And then if it goes down the path, are you on Facebook? Yeah, I'm on Facebook. I'd love to invite you to an awesome page with a great vibe, really cool health, nutrition info, people just feeling amazing about life. And I mentioned social media last there actually. So meeting new people at meetups, network marketing or networking events, anywhere, grocery store, restaurant, any place out in the community, and have fun with it again. Number 4, read as much as you possibly can. Who has heard of Gary Vaynerchuk? Who's heard of Robert Kiyosaki? Who's heard of Warren Buffett? who's heard of Oprah Winfrey. Guys, it's essential for us to be reading. Again, if we're at the least bit interested in growing a network marketing business or growing a business at all, it's essential for us to be digging into books that are massaging our thinking. You know, not necessarily the Janet Ivanovich or I don't know, what was the other one? The 50 Shades of Grey type books. I'm talking more books that are going to get your mind churning so that you come out on the other end of that book in a better state to build your business. So reading, YouTube, get on YouTube first thing in the morning. You know, find something empowering. The first 20 minutes of your day, your subconscious mind is more like a sponge than any other time of the day. So first 20 minutes of the day, get on YouTube, something super empowering, something's going to get you going and get your brain going on a good level. Same thing before you go to bed at night. Put something really empowering on YouTube for those last 15, 20 minutes before you go to bed so that you're thinking about that awesome stuff before you go to bed at night. You're all night long, you can be dreaming about it. Now, is it a really good idea to say, oh, I don't know, watch the news before bed at night? No, it's not good at all. I mean, I don't mean to offend you if that's your ritual, if that's your habit, but it's been physiologically proven that if you're watching the news is, let's face it, a lot of it's negative. Yeah, we agree. And when you're going to bed after your brain absorbing all that negative stuff, well, that's what you're going to think about. That's what you're going to dream about. That's what your body's going to be processing that as you're sleeping. So something empowering. So number 4 is read as much as you can about awesomeness. Listen to as much as you can about awesomeness on YouTube, on any type of audio that you can get your hands on or something to fill that brain with good. Number 5 is a biggie. Meet new people. And yes, number 3 is the exact same as number 5. And the reason for that is that we will not build our businesses unless we get out there and meet new people. Chances are everyone on this phone right now has, in the last week, spoken with, say, at least 2 people who said no. And if we stop at those 2 people who said no, well, guess what? Your business will not grow. We need to get out there and meet new people. And as I said, have a bunch of fun with it. And feel like, go out and build this business like a 7-year-old. We don't need to go out and share the science like Josh does. Josh is a brainiac when it comes to the science, right? We don't need to necessarily share this industry, share this profession, share our business, share anything about it like Todd Falcone does, or like JoJo does, or like Susan Sly does. We can go out there and have fun with this like a 7-year-old, share it. If it resonates with you, invite people on the Unleash You page, invite people on the Rock Your Life page, or invite people on the Rock Your Health page. Scratch that, not Rock Your Life, because those are only for associates, so my bad. Sorry, JoJo. So invite people on the public pages and have a blast with it. So what else can you guys think of to improve posture and build confidence as a network marketer? What are some other things in addition to those 5 that we can do, are some things that we can do to build our posture and our confidence?
Practicing your 30-second story any chance you get.
Boom. Boom. That's awesome. And when you practice it over and over and over and over and over again, it does not at all sound like a script. Even though it may be a script, it doesn't sound like a script. And Anna, would it also be a good idea as you're practicing to play with a little device called our phones and record it? right? So you record it 5, 10, 15, 20 times. Eric Worre talks about recording and listening to his presentation over 500 times. And he had it. I mean, it's like 30-second story, and also the you share, they share, repeat, reading it verbatim from the sheet, the you share, they share, repeat. And then over time, it becomes ingrained in your head. And when you're chatting with people, it doesn't sound scripted at all. Record it. Thank you, Dawn. There's Dawn. What's up, Dawn? What's up, Dee Dee? That's Dawn's new nickname, Dee Dee. Dee Dee, is that okay that we call you Dee Dee? Is that okay or not? Okay, sweet. Dee Dee. So recording it, whether it's anything that's scripted, man, we can even record, pretend you're on a call and record yourself, record how your voice is inflecting, record how you sound, how confident do you sound? I mean, if you don't sound confident, and to piggyback what Anna said, run some role plays. To build your confidence, run role plays. Even if it's the most uncomfortable thing you've ever done, run a role play. Right? How about this one? If you're at an event and say someone didn't show up and they were supposed to share their 30-second story, how about stepping up and saying, you know what, I'll share mine. Even if you're like, oh my gosh, I've never done it. I've never been up in front of more than 2 people and there's 200 people in the audience. Stepping out of your comfort zone. Now, when I just said that, did that kind of freak a couple people out? 200 people in a room, you're going to get up and share your 30-second story. That freak a couple people out?
Mm-hmm.
What does that tell you? That's something that you got to do. Guys, fear is, I'm not going to say it's made up. It's not made up. It's actual, it's there. But fear is something you can absolutely conquer. And if we get out there and, all of a sudden there's, maybe there's 20 people, maybe there's 30 people, maybe there is 200 people and someone doesn't show up, you're like, all right, I'll do it. And then just decide and go after it. And, you may get up there, you may fumble a little bit, but it's all good. That's how you grow, right? That's how you learn how to ride a bike. There are only 2 true fears in life. That of loud noises and falling.
Everything else is made up in our heads.
Everything else is made up in our heads.
Yeah. So those are the 2 true fears in life for everybody, are falling and loud noises. So everything else that we have a fear of is something that we have either environmentally created or somebody else has self-imposed on us or something. So they're all conquerable. You just have to decide that it's no longer serving you.
You are wicked smart.
I've got wicked good teachers.
We are surrounded by awesome individuals. I will second that. That's for darn sure. How good does it feel, by a show of hands, that anytime you're having a challenge with this business or a challenge with just stepping out of your comfort zone and maybe doing that one thing that will help you to improve your business, you can call on anyone within the entire company, really, and chances are they're going to say yes to giving you a few minutes of their time. I mean, how cool is that?
Yeah.
You work for some of these Fortune 500 companies and you think you can call the CEO of the company and say, you know what, I need some help because my numbers just aren't, I'm not ripping on numbers like I hope I did, or I wish I could. CEO's untouchable, man. Here we got CEOs all over the place, and we got Jim and Kathy who take the shirt off their back for anyone. They're definitely, and their son, man. I mean, this is some cool stuff that's going on within this in this company, and I always fall back on energy. Really good energy forming. So what else? What else can we do to improve posture, build confidence? You got a minute or so left. How about empowering another for something that they did to step out of their comfort zone. Right? When you empower other people, it in turn empowers yourself. In turn empowers you and fills you up at the same time. So creating a positive, enlightening, empowering energy in someone else will often reflect back to you, and that'll allow you to improve your confidence and your posture. So awesome, man. Does anyone have anything that they would like to add, or any questions that they want to throw out there, any stories that they want to share? Nikki, you don't got nothing? Cool. Well, was this helpful?
Yes.
Couple things, like I said, any call that you're on, if you can walk away with one or two gems, one or two things that you can take action on immediately, then it was worth your time. So I hope that it was worth your time. I'm certainly blessed and grateful that you guys all got on tonight. Even though I don't have long curly hair and I'm not beautiful like JoJo, you guys still got on the call, and I appreciate that. JoJo will likely be back next week, and we'll go from there. In the interim, as is always said, if anyone has any challenges, anything that they need help with, just reach out. This is a great family. Wait, hang on. Okay. Cool. Well, everyone have a wonderful evening, and we will talk to you soon. Good nighty night.
Good night.
Do you miss JoJo, Anna?
So I want you to take a look at something real quick.
Okay.
Can you get a sec? I'm going to share my screen with you. Is that okay?
Yeah. Did everyone pop off? I think this is still recording, actually.